My dear students, good morning to all. Today I am going to discuss one of the new topic in intermediate metallurgy. Okay, first of all, what is the meaning of metallurgy? Metallurgy means the isolation and purification of elements from ores. Okay, the isolation and purification of elements from ores, that process is known as metallurgy. Okay, so what is the meaning of ores? So ores means generally metals are available from ores in nature. Ores means the combined form of metals with impurities, means large quantity of impurities involved for the given compound. So that is known as ores. Similarly, another meaning is minerals. Minerals. What is the meaning of minerals? Next, what is the difference between ores and minerals? Okay, mineral means these compounds are also containing some impurities, and at the same time few amount of impurities are present in it. That type of compounds are known as minerals. And another important point, minerals means economically and commercially viable. The type of compounds are known as minerals. Finally, what is the difference between ores and minerals? Okay, ores means this compound containing large quantity of impurities, and minerals means these compounds containing small quantity or few quantity of impurities. Okay, that is the difference between ores and minerals. And next, I am going to discuss what are the main contents in this topic, like metallurgy. Main contents are, first one, occurrence of metals. Generally, metals are available from ores and minerals. Some metals are available free state in nature, means that metals are available individual form. For example, carbon. So carbon allotropes are graphite, diamond, fullerene. That compounds are observed. For example, fullerene, chemical formula C60. So this molecule, fullerene, chemical formula is C60. This molecule contain only carbon elements. So this molecule do not containing other impurities. So this compound is observed, only carbon elements are present in it. This molecule observed, only carbon element is present in it. Means finally carbon is available individual form in nature. The type of elements are known as native elements. Best example, carbon. Okay. So next subtopic in this chapter, concentration of ores. So what is the meaning of concentration? So in this topic, concentration means the elimination of impurities from ores. That process is known as concentration. For example, iron ores. Generally, some important iron ores are hematite, like Fe2O3, and next one magnetite, Fe3O4. These are two important ores related to iron. Okay, these ores containing so many impurities like clay, SiO2, Al2O3, aluminum oxide. So these type of impurities are present in it. So generally this ore is taken to eliminate other impurities like clay, silicon dioxide and aluminum oxide. That process is known as concentration techniques. Some important concentration techniques are observed. First one, important concentration technique is Froth flotation method. Okay, Froth flotation method. Froth flotation method. This is one of the important concentration technique. And the next one, so magnetic separation. Magnetic separation. And next, so many concentration techniques are there. For example, gravitational method, McArthur-Forrest cyanide process, hand pickling method. This is a very simple method. From solid impurities are eliminated by using this method. Okay, so many concentration methods are there. These are the some important concentration techniques. Froth flotation method. Froth flotation method, this method is used concentrated for sulfide ores. For example, zinc sulfide, lead sulfide, this type of ores are purified by using this process. And the next one, magnetic separation. So generally this method is used to purify or to separate paramagnetic substances and diamagnetic substances. Generally, in this method is observed two magnetic poles are connected with one conveyor belt. Okay, so that magnetic poles are interact with paramagnetic substances, and that magnetic poles are repelled with diamagnetic substances. Anyhow, the ore contains, the powder ore contains paramagnetic particle substances and diamagnetic substances, both are present in it. In this process, these two particles are separated. Why? These magnetic poles are interact with the paramagnetic substances. These magnetic poles are repelled with the diamagnetic substances. That is the main principle in this technique, in this concentration technique. Okay, so these are the some important concentration methods. Okay, next one, under third subtopic in the chapter, extraction of crude metal from concentrated ore. Generally, so many ores are concentrated by using these techniques. The techniques are known as concentration techniques. That concentrated ores are converted to crude metal by using so many techniques. Reduction method, oxidation method, so many methods are used. The concentration ore is converted to crude metal. Okay, some methods are involved in this process like oxidation and reduction. So the type of techniques are involved. And next one, thermodynamic principles of metallurgy. Generally, metals are purified by using so many techniques. The techniques are observed. The technique involves thermodynamic principle. Generally, the concept thermodynamic is explains the feasibility of the reaction. Means, so this concept is explained whether the reaction is possible or not. For example, change in free energy delta G is equal minus NF E naught cell. Okay, so generally this concept is explains whether the reaction is possible or not by using Ellingham diagrams. By using Ellingham diagrams. Ellingham's diagram. Ellingham diagram is explained whether the reaction is possible or not by using change in free energy values. Okay, so delta G value is negative. That reaction is possible. That reaction is known as spontaneous reaction. Okay, so delta G is a negative. That reaction is possible at natural conditions, at room temperature. Okay, only change in free energy, the given reaction is observed, change in free energy value is a negative, that reaction is possible. That reaction is also known as spontaneous reaction. Okay, and next one, delta G is positive, that reactions are non-spontaneous reactions. That reactions are do not possible at normal condition, means standard conditions. Only any reaction, that reaction is possible, that reaction free energy change value is negative. That type of reactions are also known as spontaneous reactions. And otherwise, the remaining reactions like change in free energy is positive, the type of reactions are known as non-spontaneous reactions. This is a thermodynamic principles of metallurgy. Okay, this process in metallurgical process to involve some thermodynamic principles. Okay, that principles means that principles are identified. The given reaction is possible or not. The given reaction is possible in normal conditions. That reactions are known as spontaneous reactions. The given reaction is not possible. So in normal conditions, in ordinary conditions or room temperature, the type of reactions are known as non-spontaneous reactions. Today I am going to discuss introduction to metallurgy. Last class already I discussed what is the meaning of metallurgy. Metallurgy means the isolation and purification of metals from ores, that is known as metallurgy. And next one, what are the main applications of metallurgy in our regular life? Generally, in this process is used to make different types of pure metals. For example, gold, iron. So these are some important metals, and so many metals are there. So silver is also one of the important metal. For example, what is the importance of metals? So metals are used to make different types of beautiful constructions and to make different types of bridges. Especially gold, this metal is used to make different types of beautiful ornaments. That is the importance of metals. Okay, for example, iron. Iron is available different types of ores. For example, some important ores are taken hematite and magnetite. These are two important ores. Okay. For example, hematite and magnetite. These two ores are taken. These ores are converted to pure iron by using blast furnace method. Blast furnace method. In this method, so many steps are there. For example, combustion zone, reduction zone, and different types of zones are there. So anyhow, so in this type of ores are taken, these ores are converted to pure metals. Like so hematite is converted to pure iron. This iron is used to make different types of to make different types of buildings, okay, to make different types of bridges. So that is the importance of iron in our regular life. This iron is separated by using metallurgical process. Okay, this is the importance of metals. Okay, and next one, gold. Gold metal is used to make different types of beautiful ornaments. Generally, this is a native element. This element is available individual form in nature. Okay, so this is one of the important precious metal in metallurgy. Okay, so that is the importance of metals in our regular life. Okay, so last class I discussed what is the difference between minerals and ores. Ores means such compounds, metals bind with different types of impurities, so that are known as ores. And minerals, such compounds economically and commercially viable, the type of compounds are known as minerals. So finally, the difference between ores and minerals are, ores contains large quantity of impurities, but especially minerals contains small quantity of impurities. That is the difference between ores and minerals. So next, now I am going to discuss about classification of minerals. Okay, finally the mineral means economically and commercially viable, the type of compounds are known as minerals. Okay, these minerals are classified by their chemical composition and internal structure. So means the classification of minerals on the basis of internal structure of minerals and a chemical composition of minerals. Means these are subdivided into so many categories. So that categories are depending upon internal structure of minerals and chemical composition of minerals. Okay. Finally, majorly these minerals are subdivided into 7 categories. 7 categories. Okay. First one, silicates. First one, silicates. Silicates. Okay. Generally, silicates are observed. The chemical formula of silicates are SiO4 4 minus. Generally, so many silicates are there. So, for example, these silicates are subdivided into different categories on the basis of internal structure of the compound. Simply, chain silicates, okay, pyrosilicates, cyclic silicates, sheet silicates. So these are different types of silicates. So simply the normal silicates formula is SiO4 4 minus. What is the importance of silicates in our regular life? Silicates are used to make waterproof instruments, to make waterproof apparatus. Okay, so this type of molecules are used to make different types of waterproof instruments. Okay, that is the importance of silicates. Okay, next one, second category is native elements. Second category is native elements. First of all, what is the meaning of native elements? What is the meaning of native elements? Native elements means generally so many elements are available in modern periodic table. So these elements are observed in modern periodic table. Few elements are available individual form in nature. For example, carbon. Okay, this is the best native element, carbon. So carbon allotropes are observed. Some of the examples of allotropes of carbon is graphite, diamond, and fullerene. Okay. So, for example, fullerene, this chemical formula is C60. Okay, fullerene chemical formula is C60. This formula is observed. This molecule total molecule contains only carbon atoms, and other elements are absent, other impurities are absent. Only this molecule contains carbon atoms. Means in nature only particular type of similar elements are available. That type of elements are known as native elements. In case graphite is taken, this molecule contains only carbon atoms. Other elements are absent. So, and a second one, diamond. So this molecule is also observed, only it contains carbon atoms, and the remaining elements are absent. Okay, and remaining elements are absent. So anyhow finally these elements are available free state in nature. That elements are known as native elements. Okay, these are known as native elements. Sir, adi switch on cheyalanukunta sir akkada.